morning to you all. I'm coming to God. We're coming complete this morning. I don't want to waste any time. We are all here. That Chris is here, Mary and Patience is already with us from Abuja. And today's show is called Wake Up Nigeria. But today, we're going to look at a very, very important aspect. I just put it out there quick, so we're not wasting of time. Are we equal? That's the topic we're going to talk about. We're going to make this quick. We're going to talk about it nicely, and we're going to address it for what it is. With that, you see, in this show, this is where we're not going to mince words. We're not just, let's not be diplomatic. Let's say it as it is. Are we living in an equal society? It's a simple question. And I'm going to be asking my guests a lot of questions. I have the authority to question them because I'm older than them. I use that on this show. But let me say this sincerely. That right now, what we've developed this show to an extent where you can actually call in. All right. The line is already on. It is +44. It happens to be UK number, but you can call from anywhere in the world because it is WhatsApp. So as long as you are online, you can get on this show for free right now. You just dial the number. The number is actually scrolling on the screen, but I can say it to you again. It's +44 7459 071747. Let me repeat that. +44 7459 071747. I like that one. 071747. All you need to remember is 7459. So that is the number that you can call and you will be with us live here and we can hear your voice. The topic for today is a very challenging one. Are we equals, Nigeria? Are we? Now, it's easy to say or get emotional about it, but I'm just going to ask you, do you know what God said in the commandment of God? Is it true? I remember when it was summarized, it was only 2 commandments, and I'm going to ask my guests today, Mary and Patience, who can tell us the 2 commandments of God? Because I don't know about the 10 commandments. It was summarized to be 2. What are they?
I think the popular one is love your neighbor. Yes, I say love yourself.
Good.
That is the commandment that is relating to our topic today. So yes, love your neighbor.
So the one is love God. God said you cannot even love him if you don't love your neighbor as yourself. So that's the commandment of God. That is the chief commandment. And we are living in a country, Nigeria. I'm not going to address it from only the moral part of it. That's why I try to follow it morally. Because we tend to go to church a lot and we go to mosque. In Jesus' name, Prophet Muhammad said this, but I asked you one question. Do you know or do you agree with me that the most important commandment of God is to love your neighbor as yourself? Now, the question that comes to mind, let's look at this moral side of it. What profit will you gain if you have it all and your neighbors are hungry? How do you go to bed driving and you're spilling maybe as you're driving past, people are suffering on the road? I don't understand this, Mary. I don't understand this, Patience. I need to understand how Nigerians find it so convenient or so happy to be part of this kind of life. Does it make us feel good? Is it human nature to dominate the other? Is that the case? I want to understand because we go to church on Sunday though. I was in church yesterday, and because I was a Catholic, the sermon is there was this story of this blind man. You understand? And he heard Jesus passing. And the guy was shouting, Jesus, son of David, help me, and they were telling him, shut up, because you are not this, you are not, he's a trash. The guy, they treated him as a trash, and you can't talk to Jesus, shut up. Even the disciples of Jesus were telling him to shut up, don't disturb the man of God, like Mary would call him. That one, don't disturb God. This one, Mary would say, don't disturb the man of God. Patience would say, don't disturb the man of God. Am I right, Mary and Patience? I know now. When I get right there. But the question is, what did Jesus do? Who is a Catholic here? Maybe you didn't go to church yesterday, Mary. If you went to church yesterday, that was the sermon. Because the Catholic sermon is the same everywhere in the world. You know what Jesus said? Jesus said they should call him. And he asked him, what do you want? He said, I want to regain my sight. You know what Jesus said to him? Your faith has set you free. But the bottom line, what I want to say is that he was treated as a nobody. a child of a lesser God, as I would like to put it. But Jesus Christ does not recognize a lesser God. He's a child of God. Are we true to that faith, people? Mary, can you see that in Nigeria today?
Okay. If you're saying, are we equal? We all know that even a kid that doesn't know anything can actually attest to it that we are not equal. Even before now, we've never been equal in this country. If we want to actually go down to the government's acts, we are not equal. That because even in our families, some families, right?
Yes.
Now equality is not there. Not to talk about or talk of the government. In churches, if you are very smart enough, you will see that the difference is there. The equality as well is not there. So generally, if you ask me, I would say we are not equal because not like maybe the other people are not important, but I feel like there is this special treatment that some people get, why some don't get it. In some family, they'll tell you this one is your elder, right? This is the first. So treat him with respect. Sometimes even when you are wrong, you end up becoming the one to apologize because you are the younger one. So on your own part, you feel like you are not treating us equally.
Exactly. Yeah, I understand you. So
On the
there's
other
age discrimination. I
yeah,
know we'll come into gender discrimination later because women are not equal. Men can do certain things women cannot do. I know that. You know that from few years ago. I said a few years ago, women were not allowed to vote. Women were not equal. They were not allowed to vote. In Europe, I'm not talking of Africa. Women were not allowed to vote. That is the kind of society where we're coming from. But the question I ask is, how could we be doing this when it is against the commandment of the same church we went to yesterday or the same mosque we went to yesterday? How can we be doing that? How do we find that joy? Who is a Christian then? And I'm
not
going
boys
to
down
ask
to
a
the
question.
fact that if you talk about women, how women have been treated, it's not boys down to the fact that the interpretation, right? The way humans interpret things is actually the major problem. God said women should be submissive. He didn't say you should enslave the female gender. So because of
Exactly.
that that's been there, has made a lot of men, right, the male folks, to misunderstand the whole thing, and they feel like the woman should always be right, like a slave to you, instead of you showing her love and she respecting you. We are not actually practicing it the way it's supposed to be. Thank God I was not in that era where women don't vote. The
No,
inequality,
we'll come to that time. Maybe. We're going to deal with
I
women
love
inequality in Nigeria today. We're going to deal with the issue of women equality today. But let's look at the moral side first. I'm going to throw this to the pastors. Man, I love this. I don't say those of now want get faith when I know we talk man of God. The question is, if man of God, if God said it to, that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eyes of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. That one, they don't preach it on Sunday. It's not one of those things they preach on modern Sundays. When those pastors end up frying hair, come out with all the wealth in the world. Yeah, the other people, they drive on the street and see people hungry. Jesus Christ was not. He was, you see, I love the song I used to sing. Anywhere he went, he was doing good. You understand? Almighty healer, he healed the lepers. You understand? That's what his job. When Jesus was on earth, he was going around doing good. He didn't have that comfort of his home to come and preach with a private jet.
when the word
And yet, my people don't ask questions. Why?
when the word is not digitalized, how many people do you see going out to even preach again? Everybody now use the social media space to do a lot of things.
Which
But
is okay.
the real way is supposed to be you go to people's house to house and preach to them, because even till today, it's not even everybody that is on social media. Let's be realistic. There are people that are not still social media
We're
again.
talking to that digital inequality, my daughter. We're coming to
Yes.
digital inequality.
So I wish we can actually still go back to that era where people go to people's house, preach to them. You people study the Bible, you pray. You understand? And not this we just focusing on social media. You understand? It's really not making any sense for me at all.
Now, Mary, so we understand that we just want to leave that one quickly because we don't have a lot of time to deal with too much on that. If you're just joining us, you can phone in on this show right now. The number is scrolling on the screen. It's +44. If you call, it's WhatsApp number. You can call and it is free. We will pick your call and you can have your contribution to the show. The question I ask this one is whether we are living in an egalitarian society. What it means is, are we equal? The way we treat those who are less privileged. In fact, it's a true test. When you go to any country and you see the way they treat prisoners, and the way they treat the disabled, that tells you that kind of society. And that tells you the kind of blessing they get from God. And I repeat that. Any society that does not treat prisoners and their disabled well, look at them whether they progress. And that is a litmus test of the presence of God in that society. There are certain things you will do, God will forgive you. You don't even know. But when you treat the less privileged with love and respect, God treats you with respect. Because the way those people are vulnerable to you, that's how you're vulnerable before God. What if God smash you today? Or if God allowed the devil to smash you? There are so many things. Really, we walk on the street, we could die now. You're driving, something could fall down and fall on us. But we're protected. Not because we want to. God, it is God's duty to always protect us. Why are you not protecting the less privileged? And you come out on Sunday to come and preach. Oh, this and that. Even the disciples of Jesus were guilty of this. Telling the man, oh, who are you? Shut up, go and do this. A blind man is unequal. Anyway, we'll be looking at what America said. The famous speech of what democracy is. Of when they wanted to declare independent from Great Britain. You know what they told them? Only that speech. When they finished that speech, British packed their bag and go. They said, pack and go. They said, all men are created equal. And we are endowed by God, the Creator, with certain unalienable rights. It's not debatable. They listed it. I'm not going to go into that. So let's look at Nigeria. Pastors and so-called men of God, the churches, don't treat people equal. The mosque, it's go and give alms. You know when you say you give alms, we're going to come to that one. Then you give alms. Is that how you treat people equal? By making them more inferior? Because there's another thing they say, maybe. When I want to help the poor man, I'm going to give him food to eat. You're actually making the man poorer.
They don't even give them food to eat in private. They give them food and film it. Then they will now post it for their own glory.
Oh, yes. Have you seen that? I saw this other pastor, is it Apostle Suleiman, the one that we're going to talk about shortly. You understand? I saw him sharing food. And I said, hey, Baba, you they share food? Hey, what the matter? I said the pastors are now worse than the politicians. Morally, I am not saying for myself. Morally, it is the commandment of God to love your neighbor as yourself. Now let's look at Nigeria. And we're going to look at the implication because we don't have so much time. We have a really very short time on this part of the topic. The second part I want to ask is Nigeria. Where on earth does the law allow some people to be very rich and some to be very poor? Now, maybe let's take a look at it first. A senator from your place, who thank God, the Igbo guys. These two daughters here now from the east. One of my senators, they ask a question for channels. How much is your salary? He said, my total baro is 14 million naira.
How much?
14 million naira. 14 million. Right? As I said, don't you think that is small? He said, no, that is too small. He said, from there, he had to travel to his constituency. That is where he pays his people. 40 million is too small. What we say now, we know that senators don't earn 14 million. We know they earn up to 100 million. Minimum. In fact, these people came here and said they earn You understand? A senator said that. And meanwhile, how much is the minimum wage we are talking about, Mary, that we couldn't pay?
70,000 naira.
So divide 14 million by 70,000 naira. How many people will be paid with that money? So that senator head.
We are not talking about especially. That 14 million can never even be the only money he gets.
Other allowances will be there.
If we count the allowances, he say, oh, you don't say that man don't deceive himself. That's why Nigerian, in fact, it's on Google. Go to Google. Ask how much the average senator of Nigeria take home in a month. It's higher than what the MP in Britain takes home. Britain is way bigger, more richer than Nigeria.
I think
But
they
Nigeria
literally,
say they don't earn more.
I think they literally actually brought out one news like that about how much they receive.
Oh yeah, it was Daily Trust. Daily Trust told us that they earn 2 billion a month. They make 2 billion naira a month. Senators, yeah, this is the same country where people cannot afford to pay 70,000 naira minimum wages. I don't understand, Mary. I don't understand. If you come to the UK, the cleaner can earn more than the manager if the cleaner puts in more hours. Because you are educated, you have some privilege that when you work, you will earn some more salary because of the office you will hold, of the importance of the office you hold in the UK. Yes. So while some people are earning about 17 pounds, 16 pounds per hour, you might be earning 28, 29 pounds per hour, which is understandable. So, but if I put in more hours, I can earn more than my manager. Go and ask anywhere. Even the nurses will tell you. So, the country where I live in, the salary of the lowest person is not so different from the salary of the highest person. Do you understand, baby? The manager does not earn so much than the ordinary person.
The thing is, it's just the system. If Nigeria said they want to adopt that system of people, right, getting their pay according to the hours they work, we will not be able to sustain it. We will not be able to afford it.
Why, baby?
Do we have the funds? Do we have that kind of say, okay, oh, let me work here for 4 hours?
Is it not the more you work, the more you earn? So the more I work, the more you produce something. If we are here now, we are producing one show. If we work throughout the night, we produce 3 shows. Is it not more money for the company and more salary to be paid? I don't understand. The question is, we're going to talk about the productivity of the Nigerian state. We know they are not productive. It's because the government allow it. That's what we said yesterday, over the weekend now. If the government employs somebody and they don't make sure you do your job, it's the fault of the employer. And I make instance of the bank. The bank will employ you, you will do the job, and they will pay you. But if you go and work in the Nigerian ministry, because you're not working, you will not be paid, and you cannot blame the government. Sometimes we are responsible. That was one way we were saying that we should talk about our own part in it. But that's not the question today. The question I actually want to ask is this: how come that some people are struggling to be paid 70,000 naira, and somebody is going with about 1 billion in a month? We're going to see in the news later that the vice president is asking for his own jet.
Vice president, yeah, Shetima.
He wants his own private jet. So when he's going where, and he was going to one meeting, and during the meeting he was going to, Africans there, they were going to the meeting of the Commonwealth. Then when you hear the word Commonwealth, what comes to your mind?
It's just like the word meeting, right? Commonwealth.
Yeah. Commonwealth, a place where the language, Commonwealth, let's go grow well together, right?
Yes, but different countries coming together.
Exactly, my daughter. I said, but that gathering for me is even a mockery of Africa. I don't believe in the Commonwealth because the Commonwealth have never done anything common to anybody. But that's not the topic of today. When I discuss Africa as a continent, in fact, we should pull out of that Commonwealth. We are not part of Commonwealth. And I don't think I'm allowed to even say this yet. We are not part of the Commonwealth. There's nothing common in the world, among them. If you are Commonwealth, you allow me to come to your country, you will not discriminate against me. We will share common boundary, common food. We don't. What is common in the world? Is there common in it? That's where the bagger was going. And he needed, if that is the kind of place you want to take, we will buy private jet to go. You know, see where will they go back always? It's going to a place which is not going to add a value, a single value. What has the Commonwealth done for Nigeria? A place where the president sit up with the king. On this last one, I'm going to review it on one of my shows.
All the money you have been borrowing, if they are not part of Commonwealth, they'll be able to borrow it.
Thank you. The people they borrow money from the same Commonwealth, and we are owing money from Commonwealth people, and we are owing, and we say we are Commonwealth.
It's just like when you join your village meeting and you have problems, the village meeting will carry the problem for you. So the essence of the Commonwealth is so that we can borrow. Because if we're not there, we'll not be able to lend money from them.
So maybe we can borrow money. So we borrow to kill ourselves. You never hear say Commonwealth, no say there's problem, there's famine in Nigeria. They never said, okay, we're going to grow the agric sector in Nigeria. Not with grammar, not by supplying fertilizer. Help these people to grow if they are Commonwealth. There's no food on the table. We are crying. Commonwealth is doing what?
Are they going to care for you more than your own president?
No, at the end of the day, they don't put us there. We don't want to be there. Don't waste our money telling that bagger to fly with aeroplane with our small money we don't have today. The president should come home. That is, by the way, Commonwealth or Commonwealth. We will come on that today. Anyway, we are looking at this matter, and we have very few minutes more. So that is even the government side of it. You know, mainly that we cannot, that the salaries disparities that way is too bad. And when we talk about this, some people say, "Oh, I'm not a part of it." Oh, even you, okay? Now you think the naira is your own because you've earned it. So what you felt is right is to take the money and send your child abroad. Then your child is now costing Nigeria, not you. Because that money is Nigerian money you are sending to send him abroad. That child costs Nigeria 40 million naira per term. The other ones, maybe you know the school they go. I didn't see private school in Nigeria. All gonna be called. That's why for us. So why some people spend 40 million naira per year, per term, others can't even go to school. Now, when we say it now, they think as if it's this. Buhari was sick. Buhari could not go to treatment. I'm talking of healthcare now. Buhari could not go to treatment in Nigeria. They flew him abroad for treatment because he has 20 heads. The rest can die. Come on. And you say you go to church. Which mosque do they go? Buhari, Muslim, I know, they're not afraid of death because we're going to die anyway.
The vacation that our president went for the 2 weeks was in Nigeria. So Nigeria is not good for vacation. If that's the case, let's be realistic. Our country is not a place where you stay and you gain peace and comfort. You need to stay.
The man just fool himself. If Tinubu if you go to Sokai Calabar area, you go get some 21 virgins they sing for years.
No, they think that there's no security in the country. Everybody is sleeping because of this security.
So right? President they run too. President see they run. When president want to get holiday.
But maybe you know that there's this thing about, okay, if I've stayed in this place for quite a long time, I feel so bored and tired of the place. I just need to kind of try a new thing. So let's say he has stayed in his house for a very long time and he needs to step aside. But what about changing another state? Same in Nigeria, another family.
That's right? What I said. The president Tinubu would have said, you see what would have done? The politics of this, I'm going to spend my holiday in Calabar. Or I'm going to spend my holiday in Escarbos. You understand? He just name it. And everybody will be going there to spend holiday with president. You see, these guys are so daft, eh?
No, they cannot even review the location for you. In this country, why would they review the location?
Insecurity.
The only time you hear the president travel to United States, to London, that one is outside the country. They will announce it everywhere on the media. But anywhere they are going to Nigeria can never be announced. It has to be very private. Because the enemies are much.
Yes. Their enemies, they created them. When you create your own monster, you create your demons. You see, what is happening is, why are we having this insecurity, Mary? Sometimes they tell me, oh, people are born criminal, this and that. No, we created the crime, the criminals. We created them. The young people kidnapping us, we created them. Nobody, those that kind of crime cannot happen in England. Why? Because a child born today is the duty of the society to make sure the child go to school. If the child does not go to school, like you see in the north today, what is it going to become, Mary?
It's definitely going to become, let me just say, child is a negative impact. Let me just start calling them criminals or anything, but everything will be negative.
Don't quote it, Mary. Don't quote it. A child that is not well brought up will turn out to be a menace to society. It will be a problem to every one of us. It is in our interest if every child is taken care of. And that is why we said we need to live in an equal society. Because if I pay more tax to the government and the government can take care of that child, send the child to school and make sure the child grow up, the child may end up even inventing something that will save you. It might be the one that go to the right school, the one you abandon there. Might be the one that go to school and get the right knowledge to invent a medicine that will cure you when you are about to die. But we think we're going to save our own children alone. Oh, our children. The child, the funniest thing, the children will even send abroad. They are not even coming home when you die. Maybe the boy don't marry one of you, boy don't go back to Brazil. The day you die, now the go tell the wife, say, my father died. I say, what do you sign up? They are not like us. Many. We dig our own grave daily in Nigeria. And that country is so blessed, but this is what we make of it. Are we equal? When we talk of socially, Mary, when I look at it, let's look at the women. Say, when we just talk about women in Nigeria, do you know what women contribute a lot to any economy? In those days, women were not allowed to go to school. Imagine the two of you here now. They said, none of you go to school. How can you be here doing this with me today? Therefore, no matter now out since. You understand? Destroying the lives destroying the economy of the nation. A woman, even it's a saying that when you train a woman, you train a generation. Because that woman will take that training to that woman, I ain't the pikin they grow. Now they teach the pikin from the one till the child go grow. You say they don't go school. Or some of the northern places, they say the Muslims stay inside room. Destroying the economy of the nation. Are we equal, my people?
We are not equal.
In Nigeria, in the world, it's difficult to say we are equal right now.
And inequality is not just in Nigeria, everywhere.
In the world, yes.
Yes, but many women are equal to men, and they see how it's going to be different, but they are there. We don't see many of them becoming president. In another 4 years' time, you will see women becoming more president than men. The statistics is different now because these people have been free. You know why I know, Mary? If you come to Sky News, that is one of our newspaper here. The bulk of the people that are now inviting to even to come and review papers, do this, they are all women. So public affairs analysts are now women. There's nothing a man can do that women cannot do anymore. In all day. The only limitation I when we give una belle. Sometimes now I know we carry the belle now because we are not able to get to pass now too. We know say God has got the will now. We want change her. We want change her for us. But no, a white society will actually treat the women equal to improve the economy. In fact, it's not a moral thing to treat women right. It's an economic thing. That when the women are productive, the economy of the nation will grow. What's the point looking people who can be that productive at home? That's your wife, you lock her at home. I don't know, I don't understand it. We lock our daughters at home. Oh, they cannot run for certain offices. Oh, this office is not good for a woman. Are you kidding me? We went to the same school with the same girls, right? When all of us in school, are you saying that the men do better than the girls? Where? Where? In Nigeria, we're going to get up from where we are. We need to look at how we treat one another. We need to review how we treat one another. I don't want us to spend too much time on this today. And so I'm going to jump to the second segment of the show. We have a lot happening in the papers, and I'm sure Mary is going to talk us through all that. And that is where we're coming in now. Mary, yeah, I'm going to leave the issues with you for some time. I am living in a very, if I have control over all I do today, I'll be lying, but we'll see. because I reset the studio. I have my sound. People can now phone in. For those of you just joining us, you can phone the show. I know not a lot of people join us today, but if you join the show, you can actually call in, and you can have your contribution. What we said so far is, are we living in an equal society? You might not agree with what we're saying. You might think, oh, these people are just oppressing the pastors. The pastors are better than this. Say it. Say it, sir. Say it, man. If you think we are treating Tinubu well or we're not maltreating your president, say it. That's why it is no more a place where we just talk like when the about to just say that two people in the fear. He said two people. The answer said who? He said one, na pastor. The second person na referee. He said once pastor talk for church, nobody dey fit dey challenge am. And once the mood of you don't finish. You understand? Now go, now go. Not be go, not be go. Now, let's go to the next segment of the show, Mary. Let's take a look at the papers.
Okay, we'll start with the Punch.
All right.
And the big story on the Punch this morning, we have again, varsities face lockdown as workers begin strike today. And the writer says, teaching staff shut varsities offices, gates, ministry, form as ministers fixed Wednesday on page 2. Moving forward, we have states won't tamper with local government funds. Aiyedatiwa tells voters on page 13. Labour Party ADC governor candidates woo voters with free education and others on page 13. We also have EFCC to track funds as local government autonomy begins November on page 2. Army begins enlisting air soldiers to bridge manpower shortfall on page 8. Here we have a federal government plans tax overhaul to assess $750 million World Bank loan on page 19. NSCDC arrests illegal Chinese miners in Nasarawa State on page 13. Helicopter crash. We have a family demands body of missing NNPCL worker on page 13. Lagos probes engineers' deaths at construction sites on page 5.
Hi.
And CNG Dangote invests $280 million in conversion and others on page 20. And on Punch, you can see picture of the illegal miners, the Chinese illegal miners in Nasarawa State.
They got one black man join them. That are their staff.
It's just because this one is coming out. This is something that has been happening countless times. It is not just these Chinese people that come to Nigeria and do this thing. We also have our fellow Nigerians working with them, right? And they pay them. The people that show them this way are fellow Nigerians. They do that. Even in the West, not just in Nasarawa State. Anywhere, right? That they could actually see these minerals to mine. You see them there. Not just in Nasarawa State, even in some places in Niger. It's something that they have been doing.
Yeah, but it's okay to do mining, but doing it illegally in another man's country, that is dangerous. Anyway, that is one thing. How long can people come to this our nation and exploit us? And it's because of the greed, because of the greed of some people, or because of this inequality we're talking about. That's why somebody wants to be rich today. He saw somebody.
Nigerians are making money from this. Do you think it's just the China people that make money from it?
It cannot be only the Chinese now. Cannot be.
Don't they have companies? They are China companies, right? They set up a company. They have workers that work with them, and Nigerians as engineers as well that work with them, and they mine and they make money. Sometimes most of them they don't even hear English. They can't speak English. It's our fellow Nigeria that interprets. That is, if you study language, you know how to interpret in China. You make money, get your money monthly, and it's big money that they pay them. So these are things.
So now later that we start learning Chinese. Chinese will become a very important subject in school.
If you know how to speak it right now, you don't have issues looking for a job. because there are most of them here in Nigeria. They come here to do business, but they don't even know how to say come in Nigeria in English. Then you as the person will be the one interpreting it for them, and you'll be making your money. So before you see that they are coming to arrest the Chinese people for doing business in Nigeria, you should know that even the Nigerian people encourages it, and the ones that work with them. But it all boils down to the fact that are they not making their money because of the system, because of how the country is. You'll be so glad to accept the job because you want to make your money as well. So that is why it is what it is that decrease. Honestly, you'll be so surprised that even this NCDC, forget that we are bringing it here on the dailies or the media. If they are maybe settle them well, you won't be seeing this news here because this thing is something that you know that has been happening. It is not all of them that come out. So let's forget about it.
It's not on your own. Everybody is on his own. Eh? So, but the question I asked Emily is
okay, continue before because it's a different story I want to go into, right?
Yeah, I wanted to look at the university actually. That was where I was going. This
thing. I don't even need to take on the papers because you see, this thing is the non-academic staff, NASU, right?
Yes.
So it's one thing that has been trending right now everywhere. Then I'm asking myself, why do those people think that with this their strike pattern that they're always coming up with? I don't know. It doesn't freak me personally. My only pain is the innocent student, right?
Yes.
That they are delaying. These people have a particular year they're supposed to study a course. You people come up with your selfishness and bringing up the whole strike stuff, and they are delaying them, right? How many of these lecturers can boldly even lecture for 30 minutes? Do they even have ideas of what they are doing? If they had the ideas of what they are doing in schools, will they be looking and waiting for government to pay them? Because they don't even know what to do to make money, apart from the textbook itself.
The textbook, and they read the books. You know, they come to the class. We know some of those lecturers, those days, they just come, give you handouts, and they read it out, and you go home. They go home.
That
They
is
just
it.
read it. Some of them just write. Did they still write on the wall? Many the lecturers still write. In those days, our own, they write. And they write, they clean. That's why they.
For those that wish to lecture, you understand, that we write, but just get their textbook and read what is there in their textbook, right? So that is it. No longer in those areas.
But we're talking of the academic staff now, the non-academic staff. But many don't think they have a case. Are they even treated well? Are these people treated well? It comes down to the quality I'm talking about. How much are they well paid, maybe? A person that is working in a university, academic staff,
according to them, they said their withheld salary, right, expired yesterday, being Sunday. That's why the strike is commencing. I know that the Chris will laugh.
I swear. What can I do? What am I supposed to do? And then what can I do here? Would I laugh?
They didn't come to
say. Yeah.
So, their withheld salary expired yesterday, being on Sunday, and the strike is commencing today. You understand? Mm-hmm. I really don't like the fact that this is happening because I don't know how we keep stressing ourselves over this whole ASU. I just wish the president, Tinubu, will come up with a different measures on this. Because if we continue this way, our students can no longer say we are proud or we are sure that if I'm going for a 4 years course, I'm very sure that I'll graduate in 4 years' time. With this, their whole drama. Because I call it drama. Now, this is it. According to Sanu Mohammed Ibrahim, General Secretary of NASU, that is Secretary of NASU, Prince Peter Adeyemi said the ultimatum it gave the federal government over its retail salaries expired that is yesterday midnight. I don't even know that salary can expire midnight. Now, they said the union are demanding, among others, the payment of the 4 months retail salaries, improved remuneration and allowances, and implementation of the 2009 agreement with the government.
You see, and you know what's funny, Mary? This is where you see where the Nigerian government is getting this whole thing wrong. I work in a university. I asked the federal government of Nigeria to pay me salary. So, of all the universities in the whole federation, it's the federal government that pay their salaries.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the highest level of stupidity.
This thing is worrisome. It's something that I don't know. We need to really talk about these things. Is there ways where schools will be making money? Can we just move our mindset from this government should pay
Thank you, my daughter. You
non-academic
just said
staff,
it all.
government should pay lecturers? But do you know that there is no school that is free? Even the whole federal universities you see, they pay school fees.
They still pay. So where is the money,
Not like
baby?
when you go to University of Abuja, you study for free. No, you pay. Federal University in Nasarawa, that is Lafia, you pay. We're not talking about the state. Let's talk about the federal. All the federal universities, they pay. There is no free federal university that you go and you don't pay school fees. You pay. So where is the money going to? Because there's
And now that people, President Tinubu has now start giving loan, students can afford to pay a little bit more. But what I don't understand is, I work for Toyota, and I'm collecting salary from Suzuki.
that has been the pattern. So can it be changed?
It
pattern has
has
been like
to
that.
change. It has to change. Nigerian government does not have business paying lecturers. In fact, in the UK, higher institutions earn 50 billion, which is equal to 100 trillion naira a year. 100 trillion. Mary, you know what? Higher institutions in the UK earn 100 trillion naira. Our budget, the budget Tinubu just went to defend now, is 27 trillion. Small money. Only higher institution in the UK, any times 4. Only also Nigerian university can earn up to 200 trillion naira if they go to work. You know what is happening, Mary? Last time I asked you to look for, because that's why I did my master's here. I asked you to go and check Middlesex University. When you get there, do they not have a department in Nigeria?
Of course they do. Even office.
They have an office in there, and they have 2 offices in Lagos. What are they looking for? They are looking for students. You know what they're looking for, Mary? They are looking for students. They want you to come and pay their school fees, and the school will make money.
Now,
So the school is in the business of looking for students.
The UK, is it the UK government that pay the lecturers? Because I want to understand.
When you consign UK government consign lecturers, you go when you work, that's where you get paid. The university is making money, the university makes money and pay. In fact, the university should be paying back to the government.
The students in federal school, they're uncountable. You know how Nigerians love to go to school, how they write jam every year. If you go to one department, sometimes you have to use the speaker, especially these federal schools. If you don't come on time, let me just say that just be that poly here. If you don't come on time, you understand, to be lecturer, most of the people attended the school, at least they were able to tell me. If you don't come on time to stay in the front seat so that you can hear the lecturers, you have to be hearing from the speaker at the back. There are too much that increase. There are too plenty. So if these numbers of students are actually paying school fees, we're not talking about 100 people in a class. No. We're talking about people that sometimes in the department up to 400, 500. So for each department, if it happens to be that, because they pay school fees, if you don't pay school, how can you write your exam? Where is the money going to? And why are these people calling for strike? What are they expecting from the federal government? The money that the students are paying, is it going to the federal government? Because I want to understand. Or is it the school VC that give account of it? Why the strike? Because at the end of the day, boils down to the fact that it is the student that's suffering it. A lecturer can decide to pick any part-time job and do. In fact, if they go on strike, they pick any job and do, right? And they keep going. What about the student that have stayed like 2 years in school, 3 years, hoping to graduate, and you are delaying them? The system is not making sense like this. Honestly, this is really sad. Coming up with your strike thing and it's every on the dailies. Is that what I'm supposed to be celebrating right now?
Wow. So you see, no wonder Nigerian government is broke.
No wonder.
Nigerian government borrow money to pay salaries. So the lecturers or the universities don't make money, it's the federal government that pays. That is, we can even understand for education. Maybe they pay the general hospitals too, they pay doctors. Doctors don't make money, the government pays. But we pay for treatment, right?
Yes.
Or the treatment are free. I can understand them, because in the UK, because our treatment is free, the government can carry out that responsibility. I can understand. Like Mary say now, do you pay for your treatment? Do you pay school fees? What is the essence of this student loan? Where is that money going to? Is it not enough? Mary, you see the statistics you are giving me now. Say for instance, maybe a university might even be having up to 5,000 students. Do you think that is right?
The population of Nigeria is too big. Even you can attest to it that we are too plenty. With all the schools, yes, it's still filled up. Honestly. The only way
So
some
you
schools try
don't be
to
surprised that the university might be having even up to 20 students at a time.
can this
20
let
daily.
can they mark the papers? They can't even mark the papers. That's why they come up with one strategy or the other. You understand? Can they even mark the paper? Oh my god. As funny as it is, it's sad. Honestly. Can they?
But the funniest thing, Mary, is that if that is the case and they can now pay this money, you understand? If the people now, if students, because this is the money, Mary, if you have 20,000 students in the university, for instance, and if all of them pay 50,000 naira, I'm talking on average, 50 times 20,000, how much, Mary? Wanna do arithmetic for me? This is good amount of money. Let me just do this. Because this is a lot of money. And so the question is, where does that money go to? Because an average of say, I'm just going to do some arithmetic in my head.
Account for every federal school, state school, they have school accounts that they pay to. It's not private. It's not a private account, you understand? It's public. So I want to know, that's what I'm even talking about. Okay, well, let's say maybe the money goes to the federal government. Because if it's the school, they pay it to the school based on school account. They do not say federal government account, it's a school account. So how come they can't pay salaries?
Yeah, maybe because if 20,000 students pay 50,000 on the average, I'm not going to calculate any other thing. That amount of money is 1 billion naira. How much is the salaries of these people in 3 months? Calculate the salaries of lecturers and the student and the non-academic staff. It's not up to 1 billion. I mean, that's what they pay them. So if the money is not enough, can the student pay a little bit more and the school actually makes money? I know that's not the only money they pay. And student, as I'm talking now, you are saying, no, I don't want to pay school fees. It's better if you pay. Because if you don't pay, the lecturer is collecting money from you for handouts already. Young women, the lecturer are preying on you. Either if you were paying a little bit more and lecturer treat you well as if you are in the private university or like the way they treat students here, gets in the UK. So it is in our interest for all of us to sit down, student, lecturers, government, to discuss this issue sincerely. No sentiment. No, we cannot talk about this. No, this is too no, there's nowhere to go here. We have to deal with the issue. It is sad that non-academic staff are now going to go on strike. The implication is now some people have reason to travel abroad. Those children who are supposed to go to school will now join the Yahoo, causing problems for the future. When Tinubu and all of us don't go, this will become a problem. Because the child that is not trained today, now tomorrow we're going to know the result, not be today.
That's just the truth.
Anyway, let's take a look at other papers. Now that we have a lot of time to look at
Okay,
papers.
there's also a strange story on the Daily Trust. The big story says, Hashi bites harder as not enters 8th day without electricity. And services grounded in hospitals, labs. Residents, frozen food, dealers count losses on page 4. Vandals on the prowl destroyed transformers. Efforts to restore power ongoing. Coming from TCA on page 4. The stories are on page 4 of the Daily Trust. So moving forward, we have 7 dying Abuja building collapse on page 24. How one chance syndicate killed 50 legislative aid. Dangote backed Tinubu.
How one chance kill female legislative
aid. All this kind of people. You know that if you enter like boats, if you enter public motor, you're on your own.
You know that thing is one bad thing that we've been waiting for the government to do something about it, but they've not been able to do it. In this Abuja, it's becoming too worse.
I think Abuja one chance is worse than even Lagos.
It's becoming.
In fact, in the whole Nigeria, Abuja one is highest. In fact, not to rank the highest state with one chance is Abuja.
If you start,
you hardly know somebody that have not experienced one chance. So who tell you 2 times victim? You understand? 3 times victim. You hardly, like when you say, I don't know somebody that knows somebody that it's a lie. You will easily know somebody that entered one chance before. Abuja one is too much, and it's very difficult to predict them.
If by 8 o'clock you are standing on the road and 5 cars passes you by, 3 is one chance.
Is that bad?
But when, oh God, this I tell you, many when we look at the cause of this one is the inequality. But where are the police to actually solve this problem?
Are you even
Here you see
talking
the
about
police serving. You see the inequality we're talking about. A
one that
senator have about 6 policemen assigned to him.
shocked me is I went to the park, right, to interview those drivers in the park about this one chance. Let me talk about what people should do to avoid the one chance. Since their park, their own vehicles in the park, so they load properly, right? Then pay the people in the park and convey these people out. So what should people do to stop the one chance? They saw camera and nobody wants to talk. They
I
said no,
mean,
that this one chance people they know them all. This one that most of them that we see, it's not like they're people that are not known. But if you start talking about them now, your own life is at risk. They might come for you. I was like, is it that bad? That
can
the
you
driver
imagine?
one
So
chance?
they know the people.
As bad as
Yes,
it's as bad as
I'm so
they are
I was so discouraged that day that a driver in a park cannot talk about one child. But out of camera, if you see the way their mouth was sharp, talking. Once just put camera, hey, please don't video me, don't video. I was like, what kind of thing is
It's
that
as
one?
bad as they even have parks that one chance people load people, and it's not so hidden. It's not so hidden here in Abuja that sometimes when you are traveling and you are going to that particular side, if you are lucky enough, somebody will call you and say, "Ah, brother, don't go there.
I
Don't go
mean,
there." Yes, it's as bad as that. I'm talking from a true life story. It's as bad as that. And I'm sure this is not the first time the government have been
but
hearing.
does the police wait to every this we are talking about now? Every police have every state, every part of the country have a divisional police headquarters. No, they call it DPO, the person in charge of it. Do they have somebody? Is there a police department in that place? For them, for we to have this thing happening like clearly
Every
one
single
chance, Nigeria.
thing.
Are you sure police has not entered before?
They would not, I mean,
Are you even sure police has not fought victim before? They know now. Even there was a day I wanted to enter one vehicle. One soldier was driving a Hilux and he stopped. He was like, "Don't enter this motor. You people know that one chance is too much." Because why I refuse to enter is I did not tell you I'm going anywhere. You're stopping telling me enter. I say, "You, where are you going to?" You're telling me to enter. Where do you know that I'm going to? That you want to take me to? He said, "Going to so location." I said, "Okay, I'm not going to this location." He said, "I should just enter." I said, "I don't understand. Do you think that me, I'm a novice in Abuja? How will you tell me that I should just enter? I've told you that I'm not going to where you stated because one thing is
you like babe now, maybe. Now, babe.
that one is it was a clear indication that this is what I would have entered because I've told you that I am not going to this location and you're telling me I should just enter. I should just enter. You are going.
Hmm.
The thing
They will
is,
just take your phone, take everything from you. Like, thank God they won't rape those people. In fact, it's scary. Oh. It's
some of like
scary.
people that enter inside Abuja, like maybe new people that don't really know about the system, they easily fall victim of it. The motor can be filled, though the vehicle can be filled. It might even just be that you are the one at the door. They will still rob you. It's not about you entering inside. You understand? You might be the last person at the door that you can actually open and run away, but they will still rob you. There's nothing you can do about it.
So they will be the ones, meaning they will be their members will be the polling vehicle now.
Yes, they'll be the one inside. You won't be the one at the door. Maybe you feel like, this one has food at least. Anything I can open it and run away. It's a lie, yo. It's a lie. It's not by that one. And sometimes you might meet only 2 people inside the vehicle. The rest of people they will carry is their member. They will be picking them one on their way.
But my interest is young women is where are the police or the law enforcement agents that will spending federal government money to pay salary or where are they? If these people cannot really protect us on the street of Abuja, then what are we? What we ask them that day is Nigeria a failed state? A country where you enter a bus, a public transport, and you are robbed, and they can identify them, and they are afraid to talk.
If they want to tell you to transfer the money in your account, this is not the account number they will give to you.
Nah, thank you.
Transfer the money to their account. You don't understand how painful this thing is. They will tell you to transfer the money in your account. You have to open the account, but they will see the amount in your bank. You transfer to their account. But why can't we track this particular account? Is it not somebody?
Can that still be rocket science? Because I
Why?
think they're not be able to infiltrate the Nigerian
That's why
bank.
you see all this OPay, Kuda, money points, all this online banking. I don't know why I'm so pained about those accounts. Because they don't even have a physical office that you say you want to go and lay complaints to. They carry account, they give to you, transfer money to the account, and you cannot track it. For what?
But Nigerian government should stop those banks.
There was a time. Sure, we read the news as of last year. They were always talking about it, even the peers that uses money points, how they were trying to see how to stop it. At the end of the day, they are not saying anything again. Have they settled them? I don't know. Why have they kept quiet? And people keep using these accounts to rob. Because if you use First Bank account or Access Bank or this Zenith account to rob, you can easily go to the bank, right, and dictate, okay, so name I transfer to so account. This is the name that is showing. But now it's even difficult because there's now online banking everywhere. PalmPay, everyone is there with no concrete information about the person. Eh?
No, but the government cannot do that now. The government must not allow that. Because even in this country, in fact, the last thing you want to get into trouble is to get into trouble with the financial authorities. Because they are looking 24/7. And Nigeria is a failed state. When I keep saying this, somebody may just say with this patient was saying, make we say we did the verge of failed state. But a state where you don't know where a bank will transfer money to within the same country. It's not even international now, within the same country.
They know that
you don't know where that money went to.
Daily crimes, and they keep using it, and people are still opening it. Can't you just do things rightly? Yet will be crying, complaining. Some people lose their life from this one time. It's not just taking people's property. If you are not lucky enough, they might even kill you in the process. And we don't see those things.
Wow. When you hear stories of Nigeria, it's pitiable. It's unbelievable. They are not the kind of things we're supposed to be hearing in the 21st century. It's sad. Let's take one more paper, Mary, before we leave the newspaper this morning. And you can see all these vehicles now, meaning that I can see filling stations. It's like there's no fuel or what.
Is it on the Daily Trust?
Yeah, it's still on Daily Trust.
It's not like there's no fuel. Okay, low seas at petrol station and cities in abandoned vehicles. It's not like there's no fuel, but you know that there's one thing these fuel stations do. Sometimes they have fuel, but they choose not to sell. You understand? They choose not to sell. That's another thing. And by so doing, you see plenty vehicles. They're waiting and waiting and waiting. Especially if maybe your own is cheaper than the other stations.
Or maybe people cannot afford it.
Yeah.
If they cannot afford it, they will abandon vehicle and take like the slab. And you understand how unproductive. And you enter vehicle now one chance. Now, okay, I cannot afford a vehicle today. I cannot buy my fuel. If I can just jump into this trust solution, I will be robbed. Nigeria, we hail thee. That's what Tinubu asked us to go back to. We're going to sing the anthem at the end of this show today because this is not funny. Are we living in a safe society?
Okay, because you know how to sing it.
I cannot. That's the national anthem. When I was growing up, that's what we sang.
I never want to sing the anthem. So what are we doing?
No, I forgot it now because when we were a child, I think they changed it when we were in secondary school. It was what we were singing. And from my primary school, it was all Nigeria will hail thee, our own dear native land. You understand? That was the thing we were singing. But children, I will forget this easily. Otherwise, it was rote learning. It was here then. Now, if I go back now, I'll catch it up. Like Tinubu said, we should go back to that one. Tinubu could not tell us how productive we were then, how Nigeria was then. Tinubu and Akpabio didn't see that. They said we should go back to anthem that means nothing. I bet. Let's go.
Okay, we'll see
done with this, yes.
The Vanguard. The big story of the Vanguard. Fresh amounts of naira forced to 1,740 naira in parallel markets. 8-month gain wiped out. Nothing. Rate remains stable at 1.6. CBN set to launch new forex trading system. Parallel market dealers project further depreciation. We have monetary fiscal authorities hold divergence views. And all these stories on page 21 of the Vanguard. So we have NLC to IMF. You are beyond Nigeria's economic woes.
Who are they blame now?
NLC, if NLC leave Tinubu, they'll come and blame another people. They're just so confused right now. You don't think it's over there. So we have
it's only Tinubu responsible. NFC, they are still responsible for Nigerian woes. They are the people that go to work and they don't work. They want to get free salaries. Where is the
And they
justification
are
for that?
telling IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, that no, they are responsible. After Ajero said Tinubu betrayed them. I actually didn't know what the agreement was and why the betrayal and all of that. But
IMF, that's not the blame. Your
you know
sister
the
did there. Don't be our sister there.
Ajero, because Ajero is not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's not there crying. He had time to do the needful, right? And he allowed it to sweep under the carpet. Now he's there. Nobody is even listening to him.
No, of
How
course.
many people are paying the 70,000 naira minimum wage? How many? The same governors
So
are
many,
saying,
but even
or
if
senators,
Nigeria was not serious now, he thought it was joke, you know. And Nigerians were supporting him, trying to make sure they thought we have somebody that we would rely on. And this is what Ajero, this is where Ajero led us. Between him and Tinubu is equal to zero.
it's not,
Ajero
he
zero.
didn't do what he was supposed to do. And now
No, he didn't. He knows that. He knows
people
that.
are
And
talking
he
about,
in fact, if you go negotiate with Tinubu, you're going to be really strong. Because Tinubu will buy you with anything. Tinubu is a tactician. He will look for a way, maneuver you, give you money, silence you. In fact, I was trying to play the video of Asari Dokubo and Tinubu. In those days, Asari said, if Tinubu no, we're going to look at that tomorrow. We're going to look at Asari and Tinubu tomorrow. Big issue. Because in the beginning, when they wanted to go to the Tinubu said they made the whole lot responsible if Tinubu failed. I said, who do you want to hold responsible in the first place? Anyway, you have spoken. We take it that he said, hold me responsible. When do you be when we want to hold you responsible? Say, who are you that what are you going to do? If what you what's going to happen? But he said that is the language he used. Today, he said, no, if they go from alliance with the North, he said, Yoruba people, you can't trust them. And I'm wondering, and meanwhile, at least, you know, he brought that right, they collect 4 billion naira from Tinubu. Anytime Tinubu come out from this paper, Tinubu better now, you go see Tom Polo. They'll be from the same place, so they'll be saying job people. You see them? You see these two go? Asari and Tom Polo, would they go tell us where they said the destiny of the job people? Because we will not be involved. The destiny of the job people. Because Tinubu is paying 4 billion for securing the land, the oil, all the pipe, listen, that na brother Tom Polo. Maybe that contract not go meet Asari. So Asari they vest now. I don't know what that one mean. Because I sure say the contract went supposed to come meet Asari, no meet her. Asari they tell Tinubu say he go die with her. Hello. What about your brother when they come out every time? You never see when this man, Topolo, they praise Tinubu, they buy the whole newspapers. The front pages of every Nigerian papers. When Tinubu get better now, you go see him. When Tinubu do one thing, you go see him. Now the same brother with Asario, we go take a look at them. Where the job people, where they want carry us go. And that's now the same people. Now that kind of place now this man come from. Where did he name? That one was the FCT. So
BK.
we came out from that, not the Rivers and the other people. They be from Rivers. And these things, it's shameful. Shameful. I used to respect the job people, they are our brothers, you know. But these two guys, they need to be cautioned. Asari is doing something now. Asari, when he come and say make we support Tinubu, he don't dey fight Tinubu. Now me and you won't go be fight. When you with her they die, you not call us so. Now when they fight, make we go fight. People foolish oh.
But I feel that's how it is now. Is it not when people are quarreling that you will know that there is issue?
Exactly.
You know. So that is it. When Wike and Puba were they not good? Was Wike not even in support of Puba to be there? Was he not the one that helped him in the process? But when did everything come out? Was it not when they started having issues? Why?
The fight is in our favor, Mary. And when the two elephants they fight, we go to bring the corner, they look. Oh, now be this. We can't wait until Tinubu with Tompolo get fight. Because at that time we will say the 4 billion what they give them every month in Norwich. 4 billion to a company.
That money Polo. Why is Polo using it to do?
It's too much now.
He said they take and they guide the pipeline. Guide what?
Guide what? And they are still doing illegal mining. That is even where illegal mining is worse.
No.
So they are doing illegal mining.
Tinubu not care about mining. Tinubu care about where oil they come from. So Tompolo is to guide the pipeline. Tompolo is job now to guide pipeline for Tinubu. And guess what? These places before, you know what we get there before, Mary? If you come to my village, we they produce oil. One of those oil places in Uganda. We used to have seaport in my area there. They move the seaport. You know what they then? They replace them with naval base. If you come to Ghana, there's this massive naval base. If you not take time, people will like us as I talk live, I think the future just come take me. Naval base. To do what? What are we doing with naval base? So naval base is just to keep eye on oil for Tinubu. All the federal government care in that area is put the people there to wash the oil for us. And our brother, now they wash them for federal government. Whether the rest people die, you will not concern them. I'm speaking pidgin now, so you hear me, Tom Polo. What a disgrace. Now your brother is misbehaving. That will be on the headline tomorrow for us. Because I go analyze and go dissect them. Anyway, let's go to the other part of the show. We are almost we're getting behind time. I wanted us to take a quick break if you guys will allow us. When we come back, people, we're going to take a look at what is trending with Patience. Patience is ready. Are we ready, Patience?
Yes, we are.
All right, let's go. Wait, don't go away. Get ready. Patience is going to give you some happening today. Don't go there. Don't touch that button. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. Srtv Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Wake Up Nigeria, and we've been taking a look at very critical issues. The topic of today is whether we are equal or not. I'm sure we're going to end up with that. What is society? And if we live in a society where we don't obey God, because the commandment of God is love your neighbor as yourself, meaning you need to treat your neighbor as like you. If you love somebody, you're going to treat that person equal to you. But if you don't treat the person, then you are not actually a Christian or a Muslim. I can dare to say that. Don't pretend about it. You have all the millions in the world and the rest people are hungry. Wait there for writer. Which book writer? Which only book? We'll come to that. But that's where we are. But now Nigeria is always surprising us. But we're no more surprised because this is now getting used to us. But there's a lot of news trending today. And Patience is going to run us through them now. Patience, that's in our country now. Only trending. What is trending, my daughter?
Our country is a country that is a very funny country. Every day we have different stories that will make you sad, stories that you'll be surprised at, stories you not even expect. Everything is happening in Nigeria. So we have so many trending stories. But
I got this one. Maybe I should help you with this one. What is this one?
Okay. So, the last time we had a discussion about this same Halima and her pastor's friend story, we spoke about how she apologized, which we're not even convinced about that her apology because it didn't look real to some of us. So, and then again, AGN is another actor's guide where we were saying we don't know because these two people, the pastor and Halima, they had their personal issues when they sweet them, we don't know, right?
We don't know.
Spoil. Now we don't spoil. They don't open their nyash out now. So we're asking this AGN now, what's their
Yes.
business that
Exactly.
they now had to ban her? Like, what law do they have?
Good.
Do they have the right to ban her from
Good.
being an actress in Nigeria, of acting
For your
movies, for
personal affair
Nollywood?
you had.
So it's just so, and this story headline now saying that Halima has slammed them with 30 billion lawsuits is quite expected, because what's their issue? You know, why are you
What's their
giving her a
business?
suspension? What's your business? You don't have evidences to back these things up. You don't know the story.
No,
You just want
Emeka Rollas didn't do
they're
well on
just
this one,
chasing
no.
clouds.
He didn't do well.
So we are happy that
And you know the funniest thing, my daughter? AGN is Actors Guild of Nigeria. It's an organization. It's not a legal entity. Let's declare. It's not a law of the Nigerian state to ban a Nigerian citizen from acting. You can ban her from being a member of your group, but you can't ban her from acting in Nigeria. A Nigerian citizen cannot be banned by a body from operating. That is not law. And so maybe una overrate this association. And the moment I got that news, I called the two most important bodies, because I will expect that even as the industry is, maybe the two most powerful body we're supposed to be talking of to be the Producers Guild and the Directors Guild. We have the Association of Movie Producers. They're always quiet. They seem to be more slow in action, because you don't see them, you don't see their face. They are the one that makes the movie to happen. Behind every movie made is the producer's effort. It's not actors. Actors are people called to work. They pay them and they go. Producers go take loans, do everything to get film made. They made this industry. You don't hear from them. They don't ban people. They don't come out like the Emeka. And then you talk about the Directors Guild, who actually tells the actor what to do on set. We don't hear from them. It's only the actors. I don't understand where this is coming from. I'll be surprised that when we talk of Nollywood Summit, it's the Actors Guild that will be there. And I ask, where are the producers? Where are the directors? These are the people that make this thing happen. Emeka boy, you are a smart boy, but we are all in the industry. And we've tested it outside. Stop it. I'm very happy that this guy is slamming you with a stick. I'm happy he should slam the president himself. No, that's the language. I don't want to get detail of the story.
yes.
Yeah?
It's the president himself.
Exactly. It's direct, not on AGN as a body, on the president for making certain statements. Were you there? Suleiman has a story of this one. I don't even know what happened, so I don't want to go into it. But the Suleiman don't seem to be a sincere guy. Let us be sincere. We are not. There's no need to be afraid. No need to miss here.
That apology, there's something fishy.
That's what I'm saying.
Far to even, it means she's trying to pass a message that you people are not there. You don't even know the truth. This apology
It came out the first time with a lot of evidence.
there's something fishy with this apology.
It came out the first time she made this allegation. There were a lot of evidence.
Apologies.
Yes, there were evidence. Just that you know that from head to toe that man pass her.
And she did not hide
And
anything.
if the man pass her in everywhere financially, so he can win her. As long as
And you see,
Nigeria.
when I talk about the inequality, this is the problem of inequality. A place where a pastor makes all that kind of money, uncensored. His money is untouchable, uncensored amount of money. Why would he not misbehave? Now look at what we're saying. Oppressing a woman. There's another angle. A guy will not take this. A poor guy who is already told you cannot have sex in a society, he should be ashamed for having sex. She's a human being, for God's sake. Since when is it a sin for a woman to have sex? We know all women have sex. What is our own different? After all, she didn't go back covering herself like this other one. She didn't turn to a man. What has she done wrong? For dating a man? You see, there are so many things we see, and Nigeria know how to shame women. What has she done wrong?
And that is why this thing will continue to happen, because they believe that if they do this thing to the women, right, and maybe to some extent you have money, you are doing well in the society,
Yes.
you will definitely win the case. So they will still, that's why they will not change.
Look at it now. They made her to cover her head, meaning she come from the conservative part of Nigeria. She had to be very careful so that they will not stone her to death for having sex. Something we all do. What are you people doing to us? Now this girl cannot be as productive as she's supposed to be. Give her a chance. She might be the one to take us to the Oscars. And is this how we're going to continue to kill ourselves? Emeka came out boastfully and said, you are banned from where? From where? Where are you banning people to Mr. Banner? Mary, when I take people, tell her. Tell that to make it stop. Let's take look at another trending news. No, not waste time with these guys again. And I tell her, I said the boyfriend of this girl, of this lady, go to share food for church. They share food. Suleiman, they share food. When I take time, Nigeria.
Because you know that he's on the limelight now. His name is everywhere. So he has to keep doing good things for people to be seeing him. These things,
That's what they do.
These things, for people to keep seeing the good things, why has he not been sharing food since? I don't know how these people think they can deceive us.
They do 10 bad things, then look for one good thing to do.
Sevina say, now call them men of God. Now me be man of devil. They are Suleiman is a man of God. I don't have any judgment of Suleiman.
In this period, it still surprises me.
No.
You know, the first time he was complaining, his wife came out and debunked it that her husband is not like that. She has never seen him.
In the court of law, Mary, in the court of law, we go treat the wife as a vulnerable witness. She's vulnerable. If she talk anyhow, the man go divorce her. They go throw her out in the street. Does the woman have a home? Does she have a pocket of her own? If that woman don't get money, Suleiman for not dey try her. If that woman is independent, Suleiman not go try that rubbish. You can't try that on a British girl, go kick you out. Speed. Expose your matters. And leave our women alone.
This life, if you see the way God is really using his small daughter, he has a teenage daughter. You see when this girl is preaching and singing that grace, like you will be so touched. That is how life is, though. That is how life is. Like a Suleiman daughter, you understand? Now she grew up in, she grew up in ministry in the church, right? So she's now filled with the old church thing. You see when this girl is preaching and praying, maybe in their teenage program, I'll be like, look at what your father is, look at what you are. That's such is life. Such is life. It's really sad, honestly.
Anyway, let's go to the next trending thing. Look, we'll see my daughter.
Yes, so that's our vice president.
Kai.
Yes, our vice president. There was a function he was going, and they said a foreign object hit his plane, and then he had to stop the journey halfway.
He was coming he was leaving New York to come to the Commonwealth. They said the Commonwealth meeting. Now then they go. You don't even know the meaning of Commonwealth in the first place. Because I don't see the Commonwealth.
We will just plan something. Cook up story and come and tell us.
And that Bonu speaker, Bonu went off when they kill themselves every day.
Like is that not this man that we featured in our magazine? What's the name of that Borno governor?
Okay, the guy is a cool guy now. That is one of the most performing governors in the country. I forgot his name.
Honestly,
Zulu.
Yeah. Baba Ghana. Zulu. How comes?
Zulu is a straightforward person now. Zulu will not be caught in this. I can tell you that. You understand? Nobody is perfect in country like Nigeria, but Zulu is one of those refined governors.
These are not the governor. I would have said Zulu. Zulu is not.
No, the speaker, Zulu will not do this. He will never say this kind of trash. And what the guy is saying, the question is, again, all those ones they say, make not be this, make this be that. What did the office of the vice president, what did they do with the private jet when we don't have food on the table?
He said, Shetima's life at risk. So, Nigeria, every day.
What about our life has been at risk? What about our whole life has been at risk?
You cannot.
How many people can even train in foreign objects where these people park their private? How many people are allowed to enter there? So they plan something, do something on their own, and brought out this thing on the media for us to believe. How many people can even cross that section?
They should just say they want their own aircraft, not saying because of something, because of this, because of that. Because Nigerians live at risk every day. We just spoke about these one chance operators. How many of Nigerians have demanded that they want aircraft, they don't even want to use land again, since they don't want to do something about the one chance? Every day, people travel from here to there. You hear stories of kidnapping. You cannot even, especially this our Kogi Lokoja road. It's a very risky road. Very risky road. A lot of things are happening there. How many times have people come out and say, are we not humans? What's the difference between, are they not working for us? Our government are working for us too. So we too, we need our own government aircrafts to be moving from one place.
I mean, we need our aircraft too, because we need to, everybody, we are working for the government. We are all citizens of Nigeria. We are all equal.
We are all
We need
equal.
our own private jet.
And our life is at risk.
But, and our life, Papa, our life not mean anything, my daughter. You know, President, VP, how are you going to contest tomorrow and people will listen to you? Anyway, you don't even have a future in the career. Because this Tinubu na there will end. Nigeria will find a new path, a clean path. We cannot continue to die and be smiling. And there's one thing I shared, one message I shared today, and I was just looking at. You don't have to be in this world for 100 years to make an impact. And if you are staying too long on earth, maybe you don't feel make impact, maybe you sit there alive. Maybe you should reconsider your position. If you live too long, you are not making impact. People, when they make impact on earth, they didn't stay here too long. So maybe because I'm not going to talk through. Let's go to the next paper. Baba, what do your boss just make a boss do this time? Right?
Yes, so they were saying that our president should come to PDP to save Nigeria. So I even asked, is the Nigeria now coming out of this kind of situation? Is it PDP now that is PDP and APC not the same thing? I don't know which one.
They're the same people, they just jump from one place to the other. Atiko was here, he went to APC, he went back to this. Atiko will not be surprised if Atiko go to Labour.
So which one is Wike? So Wike is PDP or what?
It's PDP, APC. You know, you're the president talk about PDP, APC. They're the same party. We will dance for them. Now Tinubu singer, and song with that. There's no difference between APC and PDP in Nigeria. They have no political ideology. I am watching the American election right now, and I'm excited. You know, other than the fact that I want to vote, if I were there, I'll be voting because the woman is black. There is a clear political ideology. That's why you see some black people support Donald Trump. It's not about race. But Trump is using race though, but it's not about race. It's about the clear ideology. You know, when a Republican gets there, they're going to focus on the economy better, but they're going to discriminate for people not to come to the country. Good or bad, it's up to them to decide. You understand? The Republican are not very friendly with their foreigners, and they can quit to go to war. We know them. We know their temperament. When it comes to the Republican, even here we have the Tories and the Labour. Now we have Labour. Labour are more liberal compared to the Tories. They power you mislead, they go just take you. But they can fix the economy better. At least you make a decision. You are sure. If these guys come to power, this is what you're going to get. Nigerians don't have political ideology. There's no ideology in APC and PDP. It's not there. The only one that will now try to say, okay, maybe Labour understand what we're saying. Look at what Ajero did. Because you cannot separate MSC from the Labour Party. They should address that rubbish. I don't know where we are. Do you even understand? I asked one day, I'm going to bring an analysis to the show on the set of division. Do we have a clear political ideology? These are our political parties. What are they saying? That Labour stands for this, the APC stands for this, Tinubu or this one. It's not about Tinubu, it's about the party. It's just something you guys stand for. Please educate us. Because now we can see what the Americans, Republican, and the Democrats stands for. Una fit draw for us for Nigeria. It will be so nice, so that we can educate our children. So that they're going to vote what you're saying, the policy of your party, not because of who is there. Because you can't change it. What can Tinubu do now? When the party has that clear ideology, it becomes simple. Everybody will understand what he's doing and they will talk to him. They are only following one man now. We are following Tinubu. We are not following the party. Because the party would have an ideology that will be following today. We don't need to follow a man. A single man can lead us into the pit. That's when we had a political party where everything down. We need to get that clear. Anyway, Baba, for over the years, I begin to like President Obasanjo because Obasanjo has been the only one that can at least stand for the truth
Yes.
once in a while. You understand? The Baba they stand for the truth. He go talk am as he see am. Of course, he's an old man. He's not afraid. That's why I ask Gowon. If you as Obasanjo they once in a while they talk, Gowon they come they talk. The other people, of course, that one na weak man before. He don't go in village go rest. But he just because he just sit for church finish, so enough he talk. You understand? If these people tell Tinubu this is wrong, this is right, they will behave. Obasanjo will tell Tinubu what it is. He will say it. The last time is what I came out that we have failed the black race, we have failed Africa. Fact. And of course, not everyone, even 20% of Nigeria do understand him. 80% don't understand what he was saying. I can promise you that 80% didn't understand what Obasanjo was saying. When Obasanjo said that Nigeria has failed Africa and failed the black race, it's a topic for another day. But that's a fact. Big fact. Let's take a look at the ones because we are really running out of time. Who be this guy now?
He's our pastor.
What is his name?
Date
But
your size. If you don't, you will have heart attack. So let's talk about this thing now.
Now, they talk of now. Two of them now. Don't go bring them come back. Let God answer us here. These women,
so the rich people should not date the poor people now. It should be rich to rich, poor to poor. And Mary, do you agree to this? So we should not have big eye now. We should not have the spec of people we want.
But the guy is only telling people like Paul and the priest say, if you want to live long, when you see people like preachers, when the hair they fly like this, you go ask yourself, can I pay for that hair? How much is the hair? You see maybe hair as a long reach hair. No, ladies, that hair when the long reach hair. How much they buy am? You want to tell
no, talk to patients. My one is very simple. I made a simple hair.
Our hair is simple.
This one, in Jesus' name.
I will not date my size.
I can't agree with this pastor. No.
I will not date my size.
If you want to sleep well at night, now your wife, oh my God. And when a woman is unhappy, there's anarchy. The Bible said that an angry woman can be described as, when they be hell, next to hell is to live with an angry woman, a nagging woman. You just say they can't kill you because a man wants peace of mind. That's what the guy said. What a man needs number one in life is peace of mind. When you don't have it, you are finished. When you don't have peace of mind, you are finished. There.
It's true that decrease because these days, if you put your eyes big, at the end of the day, that particular person, if you finally be in that relationship with that person, you will see shaking. You will see something.
It's both women and men, no. Some guys go see the man when don't make money. You say that.
Yes, especially because most men have this. They want a God-fearing woman, no. They want a woman that is reserved, though, or they want a flashy woman. They want it to be flashy, not knowing that woman that is flashy is still money that maintain that woman to be like that. So if you don't have the money to go for that kind of lady, you better respect yourself and go for the one that your pocket can maintain. No? Because if we don't want to start hearing, she left me for another man. You don't have that money, you leave.
Because when I go drop her, when I go dump the guy, I swear, women can't stand. Women are not designed to suffer. They are not. They are like flowers. When water not there on flower, what does the flower do? It go begin to wither. You understand? A woman needs flowers, and flower not be only money sef. You when the old man, you go take small one. When you don't say you not to do the thing again, the girl need that flower. The flower when women need the plenty. In fact, the biggest school, and they watch this, I tell me that day, I shared the video with her. Make her ask. The only thing when God will not know Where the be that thing?
And you Chris, that I don't agree with you on that. Say I'm supposed to be Google
Then
does
ask
not.
Google. And then tomorrow when I ask Google, how can you satisfy a woman? Google will tell you, say, I'm confused. What are you talking about? They say
There's
there's
nothing that God will confused about. Even if God don't have the main answer, they will answer something. God cannot tell you I'm confused. That God does not know how to satisfy a woman.
Google said that they look for the answer too. He said, I don't know. He said, Google, how do you satisfy a woman? May not they. You can satisfy anything. There's no solution to how to satisfy a woman. May God help us. So my guy, I agree with you. Young men are dead. They want to have for fun, na different thing. But that one when they put for heart, what they call wife, might be your home. You know the meaning of home. When they sleep, they get peace. Might be your wife. If there's no home in her, not try her. Find beauty not be home. Oh. Some people, I go enter one kind quack room. They go sleep well. You went there for paradise, you can't sleep. I mean, you never see Mary. Some people, when they land themselves, not they sleep. People, when they might village, they sleep well. Boza till daybreak. And na instance again. Sometimes you go there, London, you don't feel sleep well. People, when they your village, they sleep well. Why? My decision. I agree with you, Bolaji. But Bolaji said, you said, which pastor? When they be Bolaji pastor? But let me say this, Omeri. There's a pastor I'm bringing on our show. This guy, in fact, when you listen to him, that's when you see somebody God called. This guy is in Nigeria, solving people. His preaching is only in the prison, helping those who are less privileged in the prison. That's their job. That's his job. He doesn't go anywhere to preach. He preaches for only people in the prison. And I asked him, Pastor, how do you survive? He said, God is doing it. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm going to bring him out and we're going to talk to him. Well, young ladies, let's say we are out of time and we'll be able to call off the show for today. And tomorrow is another beautiful day. And for your information, my time is now an hour behind. Meaning when you guys are there by 9, I'm here 8 a.m. Meaning I now wake up at 6 o'clock to get ready to prepare the show. He shook. But that's the new destiny. I have to deal with it. Well, that is where we're facing. That is my new challenge at the moment. That's why I came a little bit crumpy today, and I was still like sleeping. As I was coming on the show, I was still sleeping. Anyway, guys, that's when we end the show. My name is Adi Chris, and this is Mary and this beautiful guest. And I want them to say something beautiful for you. Mary, let's give the audience something beautiful, something sweet, all right? Not the sad Adi Chris. Yeah, what are they sweet more? What do you have to tell our Nigerian for today?
Okay, I'll go by the topic. Are we equal? We are not equal. So, what I would say to Nigerians is, we as people, let's begin to practice equality, not just in our families, wherever we find ourselves, even in our workspace, in our schools, anything we are doing. Let's begin to see reasons to be equal. To be equal means I'm not saying that you should allow people disrespect you, but begin to show love to people. Begin to respect people regardless of whatever class you think they are, regardless of whoever they are. And when we begin to practice equality between ourselves, you see that there will be love. Love will exist among us. And when love exists among us, you can't be broken. And that's what I have to say this morning.
I like that, Mary. I like that. Let love reign. Let love reign. And if you can love your neighbor as yourself, you will see the progress. Patience.
Yes, so I agree with Mary. Being equal is not just male and female, but being equal even in the society, even in our workplace, in our churches, you know, let's practice equality. That's it's human. That's the way. If we practice equality, it makes us a better human, not just in Nigeria, but in the whole world. So please, let's practice equality and make this world a suitable one for all of us to live in. Thank you.
Thank you. I cannot agree with this more with these two women. And like I said at the beginning, It is God's wish for us to be equal. He created all of us equal. That's why that blind man was able to get to Jesus. And Jesus said, your faith has set you free. He's equal to us. Nobody is inferior. But Nigeria, let me use this opportunity. I think this is striking, and I really want to talk about it. Sometimes people don't understand me. I know that women are designed in a particular way, but we cannot afford to treat women as inferiors. That even shows why we are where we are. Any country that does not treat women well, that does not treat prisoners well, that does not treat the less privileged well, look at where they are. Look at the whole world round. You will see where they belong. Treating women right, especially when it comes to the way we now look at women having sex in Nigeria as if it's a crime, and you all do it. Every single one of you have had sex. It's not the one that is out on television that has had sex. It's only this woman, Halima, that has had sex. None of you have had sex before. No, let's bring out a killer. Come on, man. Is it not the same Nigeria where they carry children that don't belong to somebody? They find out the children you'll be having is it? Hey, it's Halima that is a criminal. That's why your president of AGA come out and do this. It's disgusting. Get to stop. We need to please give our women the mental environment, the sanity of the head to help us grow. A child girl must go to school the same way a boy must go to school, because together they're going to grow the nation for us. That's all I have to say today. My name is Ali Chris, and I want to say thank you to these beautiful women that joining me today. I hope we have to be here tomorrow again, same time, by God's willing, so that we can talk more on the same issue, but a little bit more advancing on it. I want to advance on it tomorrow on this issue of equality. I'll be talking of the implication of not living in an equal society, and which is number one, which is insecurity. We'll be talking about all that tomorrow. My name is Ali Chris, and like I said, thank you very much to this young lady, and thank you for joining me. Next time, the line is open. If you really want to prepare for the show, you can actually join us by just picking your phone and contribute. Have your say, so that Nigerians will hear and the words will go out. And like I always say before, I really want to say this to everybody watching today. For evil to exist, righteous men are busy doing nothing. If all of us stand up against evil, evil will be dead. Evil only exists when people that are supposed to shut it down refuse to do something and say God is come and do it. God is not going to come and do evil. God has given us power to defeat evil. He has been done. Jesus has died for evil is defeated. It is up to us now to come and tell evil, shut up. And the only way to do that is to correct evils in society. And we can do that. If we see wrong things happening, we say it. If electoral practice is wrong, we say it. If money is not where it's mismanaged, we say it, so that the evil in the society will die. Evil will not die if we keep quiet. Too. That is what that means. See you tomorrow, and God bless you. Thank you, young ladies. See you tomorrow. Bless.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience.
Srtv.